certain things that she eats, like if she eats cereal and it's messy or something, she'll be like, "I'm gonna sit in my high chair." But other times she just sits there. So cute. All right, you guys. So y'all got snacks? You need water.
I brought mine. She grabbed one.
Okay, you sure? All right. So first of all, this January Jumpstart was freaking amazing. Did you love it?
Absolutely.
Did you love it?
Yes.
I know you totally watched this. Okay. You did. What about career conference? Are y'all planning to go there?
I won't go there. I don't think I can register yet.
No, not until February 1st, I think. But I think it's gonna be like 120 or something. But it's like a 2 or 3 day event at a conference center, My question, and I'll talk about this again at the actual meeting at 6. But my question for y'all: do y'all want to go to Georgia, where Holly Lowe and all the other people from our national area will be, or do you want to go to Charlotte? I'm good with either. I'm probably going to stay in a hotel regardless, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to stay in a hotel no matter where we go.
Yeah, I'm not driving back and forth, so it's just really up to y'all. But I want to give y'all the option. Usually directors just pick the place and tell the people this is where we're going, but I like y'all to have your own input. Y'all are grown women.
Charlotte, not knowing that Holly that they were going that way.
But you don't really care. Okay. I'll be there no matter what. Okay. If you're watching this, make sure you answer that question for me. Sounds good. Okay. I wanted to talk about goals and like what your goals mean to you. I always call it an equal sign. Okay. So what I mean by that is, and I'll show y'all my posters all over the house. It's so fun. I totally trashed the house and I'm not done. Because if you knew me while I was coming up through DIQ and everything, you would know that, well, there's a reason that I have so many word stuff on my walls, because I am an affirmation girl. I love to read stuff. Like when I'm feeling like crap, I will go around my house and read all the stuff that's on my walls. So work hard, be kind, stay humble, be devoted to one another, and love. Have big dreams. You will grow into them. Like, that was so good. This one is my favorite, though. And my husband was like, "Oh, my gosh, you got Coach Vince Lombardi." I was like, "I don't even know who that is." But apparently, he's a big dude. But winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-the-time thing. You don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. And that, like, kicks me in the gut. I'm like, oh, well, I ain't about to lose because I can't have that kind of habit. You know what I mean? Like, it kicks me in the gut. So I love stuff like that. I love scripture. And like that one over there says, when times get hard, kneel. Just talking about, like, getting on your knees and praying and stuff. So words are powerful, okay? They are so powerful. And what you look at and see, not only what you say and what you think, but what you see every day, the vision is also very powerful. And so that's what really got reminded to me. Like, I've heard of everything that was talked about at January Jumpstart. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, and holy cow, can't believe it's been almost 6 years. But I've heard all the trainings, like there's only so much you can learn and then kind of cap out. But it's like you forget certain things over time, you know what I mean? And like a vision board or a goal poster, whatever you want to call it, it's the same. And so I want to encourage y'all, and I have some posters, so y'all can totally like make some posters tonight and take them home. But what I want you to really think about is whatever goal you decide to set. Okay, this needs to be like within 3 months, this is done. Okay, what can I do for the next 3 months weekly? You know what I'm saying? But what is it going to mean to you when you finish it? So currently my goal is Cadillac. Okay. So our goal is to finish Cadillac by June 30th. Okay. I got a 6-month plan. I know exactly how many phone calls I got to make 5 days a week in order to hit my goal and recruit as many people as I want to do. Okay. Because the amount of bookings that you get gives you the people, right? And I'm going to share with the people. As long as I do a full circle appointment, sharing the product, selling the product, sharing the business, recruiting people, okay? All of everything will come along with it. So it all starts with a booking call, okay? So if I know how many, if you know how to break down your goals, it's going to be magical, okay? And truthfully, yes, Mary Kay is 90% mental. 90% mental. The other part of it, though, is numbers. If you can do simple math and use a calculator, you can be very successful in Mary Kay if your mental is correct. Okay. And y'all know all about emotional management. I train on it all the time. You heard a lot of it at January Jumpstart. So I want to talk about some numbers. Okay. Here's some averages. This goes for everybody in Mary Kay. No matter how long you've been in Mary Kay or how short of a time you've been in Mary Kay, the average is if you make 10 phone calls, you'll get 2 bookings. 2 bookings, okay? So, with that being said, half of your appointments will cancel/reschedule. Half. So, if you have 2 appointments on your date book, how many are going to hold? 1. So I used to get so frustrated in my business when people would cancel or reschedule. But if you plan for that ahead of time, your feelings are not hurt. Your butt ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying? So if you plan ahead of time. So what I do with that is I overbook the amount that I need. I double it. So if I need 10 bookings this month, how many do I really need? 20. Because half are canceled. So, or if they're phone facials, then half won't answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it is. So if you plan for that ahead of time, your heart doesn't get broken. Does that make sense? Numbers keep your heart protected. Numbers protect your heart. Okay? Because we as women get upset when people cancel. It's just who we are in nature. So if you stick to the facts of the numbers, it won't break your heart. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The other thing is when you overbook, sometimes you're pretty happy when they do cancel or reschedule. You're like, thank God I need a minute. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to feel that way, I think, because you're like, oh, praise Jesus. Like, just thank you. Because, and if they hold, then that's just extra money, correct? And you're making the schedule, so you're fitting them in when it works for you anyways. So if they all hold, it worked for you anyways. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the other thing I want to talk to you about is recruiting, because there's some numbers to that too. The numbers for that is if you do 5 sharing appointments, which is you can do them at the facial, like literally just pull out a share sheet and do it right then and there before you leave. Or you can book her for a coffee chat and do that, okay? If you're new and you feel like I don't even know where the heck to do with that, then book them for the coffee chat. Call me and say, hey, I just booked so-and-so for a coffee chat. Does this time work for you? I'll confirm, or I'll tell you, you need to call her and see if she can do this time. You know what I'm saying? But do not leave that appointment without having the booking, because then you'll never get the booking. It's easier to move her around than it is to just slap her on the calendar. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because people will like put you off and put you off, put you off, put you off, put you off, and they'll put you off some more, okay? I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you, okay? Because really it's a favor to you. She doesn't know yet that she needs Mary Kay, right? Okay. The other thing, so 1 in 5 sign up. Still, if you book her for a share, half cancel. Okay, all appointments, no matter what kind of appointment. Y'all, and this is not just Mary Kay. This is doctor's office, dental offices, hair salons, nail salons. Like, have y'all ever had to reschedule an appointment? I had to do it this week. Like, I don't need my COVID test on Wednesday. I need it on Thursday. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You got to just plan ahead. So if you want to recruit, you should probably at least book how many? 10. Because half will cancel. Now, if all 10 hold, then you might get 2 recruits. You know what I'm saying? So just plan for that, okay? Okay, so if you need to make a dollar amount in profit, right? Let's say you're in charge of the power bill this month, your hubby or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you just want to make your Mary Kay money pay for this XYZ, okay? And you need a dollar amount. The average per person, so per face is what we like to call it, is $70 average. Okay? It's 67, but I always just say 70, okay? So $70 is on average what we sell per face. Okay? So then that gives you a number. Okay, well, if I sell 70, that means I profit 35, right? So 35 times however many people is how many I need to see to meet my goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. What questions do y'all have about the numbers? Anybody? Okay. So here's what's wonderful. Now that you know the numbers, a lot of times I always brainstorm and I'm like, okay, what are the averages? Okay, what do I need? And then I try to do the math. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got to write it out and see it. I'm a visual girl, so I got to see all of that stuff before I can really start brainstorming the actual action that it's going to take to get that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I like to track faces, sharing appointments, and I also track booking calls, like how many I make, because that helps me. So I do that on the back of my beast mode sheet in that section that says, I don't know, it's just like Monday through Sunday or something, and you can add whatever you want to track to it on the back. So I always just put bookings and then how many I got to make per day or whatever, and then I just tally them as I make them. Does that make sense? Okay. So the next thing you need to know, what is your goal? What is your next goal? Not a long-term goal like your next goal. Like, excuse me, is it a perfect start? Is it a power start? Is it red jacket? Is it senior consultant? Is it like whatever it is? Do you know when you hit that, when you do that, what is it going to give for you? Like, why is that your goal? Do you know why you're working for that specific thing? Okay. That's a lot of times the problem why people don't continue to work on that specific goal, because they don't know what the heck. They just are working in circles and they don't have a purpose for the goal. Does that make sense? So you need purpose. Okay, that's a big deal. So why do you want this goal? That's the next thing you need to figure out. And sometimes the numbers help me figure out why I want this. Okay, I know why I want a Cadillac, because I'm tired of my girl asking me where the pink car is. The other thing is I'm tired of my customers saying, do you drive a pink car? No. You know, like, they're building it, okay? All right. So, yeah. So I know that, okay? But I also know of the amount of girls that comes with the Cadillac. And to me, that's what God has called me to, okay? I know it's really deep, but spent a lot of time in prayer on whether or not this is what I'm supposed to be doing full time. Like 3 years ago, not now, but like three years ago, when I was contemplating on whether or not I was gonna go back into DIQ, really push this out and everything. And I spent a lot of time in my prayer closet asking God, is this where I'm supposed to be? Or do I need to go find another waitressing job and just like make ends meet? And I felt like God was saying, you have a lot of work to do, but it's not as a server. Like, no, because you're going to see them for 10 minutes while you wait on them, and that's not going to do anything. But to really, really, really make a difference in women's lives and really introduce them to what it's really like to follow Christ, not just believe he's real, but to really be like intentional and have quiet time. I get to do that with all of my girls. I talk about all the time. Like, you've been doing your devotion, your quiet time. Yeah, you're a little scary today, girl. You might need to go talk to Jesus. Okay. And we laugh about it, but it's the truth. Because when you start getting a little scary, you need to go have some time in your prayer closet. That's what Trey says to me when he's home. He's like, oh, what is wrong with you today? Like, that is, he'll tell me, you might need to go get in your prayer closet. Yeah. Or sometimes I come in there and I look like this. I need you to keep Emma for 30 minutes while I go in the prayer closet. He's like, okay. Like, he's a little scared, you know. I miss those times because now I have to plan for childcare for prayer closet time because she's not going to let that happen. Anyway, so what will this goal bring for you or other people or your family? What will it do for y'all financially? You're in Mary Kay to work as a business, right? A lot of women are. Some people come from the discount, which is fine. But if you're watching or you're here today, then you know, like, you're here to make some money. Okay? It's great that Mary Kay gives us so much more than money. But at the end of the day, financial stability can help with so many things in this life that we live. Okay? Money isn't everything, but it sure does help, right? It really does. Like, if you want to give options for vacations, like, I seriously plan a vacation every 3 to 4 months when Trey is home. We go 3 places minimum a year. And I'm not talking about Gallenberg. Like, I'm talking like places. Last year we went to Seattle. I think it was last year. I don't know what today is. It was. Okay, yeah. We went to Seattle, Washington, which is on my bucket list. I was so excited. And then, of course, he, went on orders and stuff. But I usually have big plans. So, do you want to be able to take trips like that on a more frequent basis? Do you want to be able to tell your husband he ain't got to do the extra job? Because for me, I don't want my husband to come home. I've always said, please let me retire you, but he won't let me. But I would 100% if he said, I want to leave my job and just help you with your business. I'd be like, okay, how much money we need to make? Like, I would totally do it because I hate him being gone. Hate it. That he'll never let me do that. Not because he likes to be gone, but he likes to be a provider. You know what I mean? Gets my nerves though. Okay. It is. It's annoying though. Okay, so you need a visual. And your visual needs to be, the truth, I believe it needs to be everywhere. Okay, everywhere. So, we're going to take a little trip around my house. Come on. Okay, so I planned out my goal for this year Sunday. What's today? Tuesday, yeah, Sunday. So goal number 1, I want to finish my Bumblebee for the year. Let's see if I can show them this. Okay. And this kind of kicked me in the rear too. 24 women are waiting for you to do what God called you to do.
So you need 24 women to get your Bumblebee.
24 qualified, 600 or more. Mm-hmm. But yes. So to earn my Diamond B, I've earned 2, and I'm not going another year without earning that. Like, because it's not just that, yes, diamonds and gold are amazing. Okay.
Just go backwards.
Well, I've done it 2 years in a row, but it's not that. It's not the accomplishment piece for it. I mean, I love being I love to earn stuff. Don't get me wrong. And it's diamonds, like, come on, like real diamonds. But it's these women. That's what means the most to me, because y'all are here today, able to go home and change your household financially, spiritually, all of that. I want 24 more women that I can do that with. You know what I'm saying? So they're seriously waiting for me. I believe that my goals are tied to all these people. And if I don't do what God called me to do, it's just like if Holly wouldn't have done what she was called to do, none of us would be here. Period. And so to me, it's a godly, it's a God thing. Like if I don't do what he called me to do, then I'm letting him and all these women that are supposed to come with me down. So that motivates me. Do you get what I'm saying? So seeing this, and then also like, these are just like motivating words of affirmation for myself. So do that on your poster. Okay, come on. I'll show y'all another one. Lucky for you, my house got cleaned today. Come on. Okay. So this one is like my year-end goal. Triple star, so I did that for the first time last year. Triple star is where you earn your B, your Court of Sales diamond ring, and you do a bar pin, which is $300,000 for your unit or more. When you do that, you earn the necklace. Okay, so white gold with diamonds, and then every year that you do it, you get an extra piece to it. It builds up. And so I just can't have this hoop. Like, I feel like it looks silly, but I'm still wearing it every day because, I mean, it's diamonds. But the Court of Sales ring, I'm on target for that. I don't know that I'll ever miss that again. Like, if you're just intentional with your sales every week, you'll earn it, I believe. But this is a rose quartz diamond. Rose quartz stone, and then the diamonds around it. And I think it's rose gold, I think. I don't know. I can't wait to get it. Our goal this year, we may not hit it, but it's my goal, and I'm putting it on there until we miss it. It's the goal, okay? It's $500,000, so $500,000 in retail sales. So that means that we have done 250 wholesale for the year, okay? And when you do $500,000, you earn this. Woo! So then I had to put some scripture on there because, you know, it's a big goal, okay? The Bible tells us in Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So I just get up and see that every morning. You know what I'm saying? I see it when I'm working in my office. I see it when I first wake up, what I'm working for, right? Okay. Then I also, in my bathroom where I get ready every morning, 24 women are waiting for you to do what God called you to do. So I call this trash in my house because it is, but I don't care. With the Cadillac, go ahead, girl. And then I put like my scripture for the year. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful later on. However, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. So that's what I see every single morning. Okay, now this is like the best room in the whole house if you've never been in here. Just let you know.
I love it. I've seen it.
Isn't it huge?
On your Zoom calls.
My aunt today cleaning my house. Okay.
Oh.
She says, yeah, I pay her. It's so good. She loves it. And I get so excited when she leaves because I'm like, whoa, it's clean. And I didn't do it. I was busy doing other stuff. I thought I had to do 85 calls. It's actually 38, but still I made the poster. So 38 calls per day is really not that big of a deal. Cadillacs cost way more than that. So I just like a reminder, you know. Here's my poster and my scripture for the year. So this is my prayer closet. My aunt, but she was telling me earlier today, she said, Nikki, your closet is like a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
bedroom.
I said, well, if that's...
And you got some killer heels. Check this out. Look at the size of these heels.
Woohoo! I love heels when I can actually wear them. Like, when we go to events, I always have heels on. Now, if we're walking a lot, I'll switch and I keep them in my purse, the flats, and switch them out. And then once we get back, if I'm at a cross stage, I'm about to have my heels on. But we used to have, a million events and wear heels, and then COVID happened, and I don't wear them, and I just been wearing flats. But it's fine.
In your house.
Mhm.
So when my aunt told me this was like a bedroom size, I was like, that's so sad. Like Harry Potter underneath the staircase. Sad. Like, I would be so sad. I mean, I guess people who have this size bedroom don't know any different, but
Yeah.
that was kind of sad for me. She was like, Nikki, single wides have bedrooms this size, Nikki. And I was like, oh, well, this is why we bought the house, because I wanted this. Oh, so fun. I love it. Okay. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your goal, y'all. Unless, your closet is the goal, your equal sign, in case that's a thing. So, like, just, you can have multiple posters. The next thing that I'm doing is going through with sticky notes and putting them all over my house with different scriptures and affirmations and things like that. So I usually put them at the light switch so that every time I touch this, I read it. So, or your coffee pot, like wherever you spend a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? If you do this every single morning, you go to that every single morning, you need to have something reminding you what you're working for. You get what I'm saying? It matters. I promise. You're going to be like, what? Like, my husband's going to kill me if I put stuff everywhere. Or, Brianna's going to think I'm losing my mind. It doesn't matter. Because when you finish that goal and you turn all of that over, like the financial piece to it, or you go pick up that new car, it'll be like, I remember when I was earning my first car, my very first Mary Kay car. My nana said, you really think you can earn a Mary Kay car? Like, how many lipsticks do you have to sell? And I was like, well, dang, thank you for all that encouragement. I appreciate it. Here, y'all can sit down. But I appreciate it. And she was like, I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't want you to get your hopes up. Like, they mean well. Your family means well, but sometimes it's just not, you know what I'm saying? So, I was just honestly hell-bent and determined to prove them wrong. I really like to prove people wrong. It makes me happy. I remember putting my notice in at Texas Roadhouse, and he said, the manager there, he's not there anymore, but he was like the district manager or something, or I don't know what you call it, but he was like high up manager. Okay. And he said, so I'll see you in about a month or two when this thing doesn't work out for you. The next month, I earned my first car, Mary Kay. When I picked it up a few months later, I did donuts in the parking lot. So I will prove you wrong in a quick heartbeat just to rub it in your face. You know what I mean? Like that, but that's who I am. I'm very competitive. I love that. I love the recognition. I love the being on top of the world, feeling like it is what drives me. But what drives you? And what is your equal sign? Okay. So clarity will come through action, but you got to still know the why behind it. Why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. This is from Mary Kay Ash's book, and it's literally the Mary Kay way. Okay. One of my favorite books. If you don't have any Mary Kay books, you need to order them. Okay. Miracles happen. If you got the big starter kit, it came in your starter kit. So start there. Because that'll really explain like the process that she took whenever she was like starting our company. It's really good. It is so good. And then the amount of people that told her she was crazy, and now it's a multi-million-dollar industry, like it just makes me want to bust out laughing because I'm the rub it in your face kind of girl. Okay, so I wanted to read just a couple of pages from this. and then we'll take a break until 6. Cool? Okay. All right, so this is chapter 7, and it's be a follow-through person, which kind of kicks you in the balls where you need it, you know? Okay, sorry if you don't like that word. I once heard someone say ideas are a dime a dozen, but the men and women who implement them are priceless. How true. The world is full of idea people who are motivated by the best of intentions, but who never seem to perform. Such people make poor leaders. Nothing great is ever accomplished without follow through. Earlier, I discussed the importance of listening to your people, but an equally important step is to then show them that you have acted upon their concerns. When we are presented with a problem or suggestion from any level within the independent sales force, we follow a set procedure. We listen, we involve others to help formulate a solution, and we follow through. We once had a We Heard You program that helped us listen very carefully to what people had to say, but more importantly, indicated action in response to what we heard. This kind of follow through consists of 5 things. Number 1, analyzing the technical or procedural applicability of a possible solution. Number 2, testing the solution with target groups. Number 3, taking these results to the general body of associates. Number 4, enlisting the support of all. And number 5, implementing change. I can illustrate this point with a simple example. Once our top executives were meeting for 2 days with national sales directors to discuss challenges in team building. Since they were expressing concerns from the field, this became the highest priority. Our marketing people went to work digesting every suggestion the nationals had to offer. Brainstorming sessions may have lasted all day in search of the right solution to a specific problem. The ideas that have evolved from those meetings were condensed into a 12-page report. The 10 representatives selected by the nationals came in for a conference. We felt it would be more expedient to work with an advisory committee rather than a larger group. The next step was to sit down with them and say, here's what we think about the challenges, and we want to know what you think. They were able to see how hard we had worked to come up with suggested solutions, and not only with their concurrence would any change be considered. This most clearly illustrates a primary element to the philosophy of Mary Kay. People will support that which they help to create. When you dictate even the most thoughtful and logical concept to a person, this idea is still a command. When you ask her to contribute to its inception, that very same idea becomes a personal crusade. She suddenly feels a responsibility to ensure its success. Okay, hold on. That was not the part I wanted to share. Zeus is barking at something out there. Well, okay, here we go. We must each continue to be a follow-through person of our word. We check with our clients to service them, and we work continuously with our teams to educate and guide. Both groups must know that we can be counted on for these things, says Nancy Moser of the United States a dental hygienist who was pursuing a master's in speech pathology, the day she walked out of the dentist's office, never to return. I was drawn to this company. She's Mary Kay National now, or was, but she left dental. So I was drawn to this company because of its positive, action-oriented, problem-solving attitude. By helping others set goals and following through to assist them in making a plan to achieve those goals, we are being the good leaders and mentors Mary Kay intended, says Canada's Donna Wire, a former cowgirl who initially was attracted to Mary Kay business because she wanted to earn an extra $50 a week. I believe in following through with praise each step of the way. One of the best lessons I learned from Mary Kay early in my career was that I cannot ask my team members to do anything I'm not prepared to do first myself. Okay, so I want to tell you that because if you do have recruits, remember that Mary Kay Ash always said, we lead by example, we lead by example, we lead by example. Those are the 3 ways that you could ever help a recruit, is to lead by example. I will never tell you to go do 30 faces, because I promise you, if I'm not doing it, then I wouldn't ask you to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't encourage you to. I do, on average, about 60 a month. 60. I'm full-time. So if you plan to be part-time, 30, y'all. 30. Because think about how many hours 30 faces would take. Maybe 3 a week. Like if you really, phone facials take about 20, 30 minutes. I love phone facials. They're my favorite. And it's a great overcoming objection when it comes to the booking. Because if she can't meet in person for 2 months, do a phone facial with her. She can do that in her bathroom for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good tool. But anyways, I want to know y'all's takeaways. What's your takeaway? Anybody? What's something that stood out? Stick with the numbers. You need a purpose. Yeah. Tracy?
She got part of them, but tracking everything, tracking faces, tracking how many shares, tracking the booking, knowing the numbers and how many numbers that you have to have to, if you want to make this much money, or you want to get this many parties, or you want to recruit this many people, or how many calls it's going to take to do this.
Right. So you're not just working in circles, but you can make a real logical plan. Yeah. How about you?
You need to know what your next goal is and why you're working for it.
Why you're working for it. I like it. And it could be something small. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a red jacket because of the income that could help me, I don't know, pay for this or whatever. So yeah, that's great. Well, I'm going to end this. Hope you guys have a great day.